That would be something I really would want to find out because, you know, in the future.
Let me know as you guys are coming in that you can hear me and see me. I'm pretty sure that you can. This is some exclusive tea that I got.
Beyonce and Jay-Z are nothing more than dazzling lies. The Carters, America's royal couple, are always featured on magazine covers, grinning broadly on red carpets and appearing flawless at every award ceremony. They led U.S. to believe in an empire of family harmony, love, and loyalty. However, that slick image is now beginning to crumble, and the person wielding the hammer is none other than Rhys Satterthwaite, who has been yelling into thin air for more than 10 years, claiming to be Jay-Z's hidden son. He is not merely claiming that Jay-Z is his father. No. His most recent disclosure is so combustible that it could destroy the Carter dynasty as a whole. According to Remir, the three children that the world loves as Jay-Z's heirs, Blue Ivy, Sir, and Rumi, are not even his.
He said that they might be the consequence of Beyoncé's extramarital affairs with other men,
while Jay-Z maintained appearances by playing the role of the ideal father.
I have no felonies, I'm not crazy and none of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And it seems like Jay-Z don't want to say anything, so you know, I don't want to see him go down for something that you could have just got taken care of. That's it.
It sounds impossible, doesn't it? This family provided U.S. with well-coordinated Grammy looks, adorable Instagram baby announcements, and a meticulously maintained picture of harmony. But what if the foundation of that whole brand was dishonesty? Imagine the millions of dollars in relationships and sponsorships that vanished suddenly. The betrayal and the anguish that took place within that house. Jay-Z has been accused of evading a DNA test for years. Wanda, Rymir's late mother, testified that she had a relationship with Jay-Z when she was just 16 years old. Affidavits, court documents, and interminable pleas all pointed to a straightforward test. However, each time the request is made, Jay-Z's crew either fights it, shuts it down, or labels it harassment. Why? Is it possible that the rejection isn't limited to Rymir but also pertains to the children Jay-Z showcases to the world as his legacy?
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up.
The images are haunting. On one side, Beyoncé smiling with her twins at the beach. Jay-Z clapping like a proud dad at Blue Ivy's recital. On the other hand, Rymir outside cold courthouse steps, clutching documents, repeating again and again that he just wants the truth. And he isn't the only one. Another woman, Letitia from Maryland, insists she too is Jay-Z's daughter, backed by family testimonies. Even a former friend of Jay-Z has whispered that Rhys lives in a house Jay secretly pays for with conditions attached. These aren't just wild, disconnected rumors, they're a pattern. How many doors is Jay-Z trying to slam shut? Remember, this is a man who already admitted to betraying Beyoncé. His infidelity became so infamous that Beyoncé turned her pain into Lemonade, one of the most iconic albums of the century. Their marriage has survived scandal before. But this isn't just about two adults. This is about children, bloodlines, and legacy. If Beyoncé's children aren't truly Jay-Z's, then the Carter empire stops being a family story and starts looking like a calculated lie.
Beyoncé for sure. I love her. I love Beyoncé. Jay-Z too, I really admire the both.
Not to mention the shadow that lurks behind all of this money. According to people familiar with the court cases, Rymir's side may have more than just paternity on their side. They are allegedly in possession of financial data that might destroy Jay-Z's business. Consider it. Rymir's story may lead to lawsuits, settlements, and the breaking of billion-dollar corporate transactions if a DNA test supports it. All of a sudden, it goes beyond simply identifying the father. The question is whether the truth can be tolerated by the entire Roc Nation apparatus. Exposure is not only embarrassing, but disastrous when you're worth billions. Is this the reason Jay-Z's attorneys have been fighting tooth and nail, claiming That Rymer's pursuit is harassment and filing dismissal after dismissal? Why struggle so hard against a cheek swab? Unless everything may be revealed by what's hidden there? Filings, denials, and dismissals in court. According to Jay-Z's legal staff, the lawsuits are pointless. But Rymer remains motionless outside their confines. During interviews, he speaks steadily. He is not interested in Jay-Z's money. He has no desire for stardom. He desires recognition. He cites Wanda, his mother, who claimed Jay-Z was the father in her declaration. She was 16. The chronology coincides. The specifics line up. J-Z, however, declines. Why not take the test and put an end to it once and for all if he is so certain? What is he concealing? This is where the storm becomes more intense. Beyonce comes into the picture, whose children are Blue Ivy, Sir, and Rumi if Rymer's claims are accurate, and they aren't Jay-Z's. Was Beyoncé's dynasty founded on borrowed bloodlines? Beyoncé is a global icon known for her ethics, commitment to her family, and empowerment.
Jay-Z got his ass whooped by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You got his ass. The feds ain't step in and do nothing. The feds don't care about you getting your ass whooped.
Furthermore, we shouldn't pretend that Beyoncé and Jay-Z's marriage has been perfect. Everyone has a memory of the elevator. Beyoncé looked dumbfounded that fateful night as Solange let her rage out on Jay-Z. Everyone thought it had to do with cheating. However, what if there was more? What if it had to do with more significant secrets, such as could break the illusion of Carter? Because the Carter's royal family image isn't simply broken if Rymer is correct. It's mirrors and smoke. A lavish show to safeguard political connections, fashion lines, streaming agreements, and billion-dollar contracts. Carefully staged but not lived, is a fairy tale.
What's up? This is Beyoncé on the red carpet with one of the hottest female artists out here, Miss Aaliyah. How you doing, girl? You too. She's just.
Furthermore, it doesn't end there. Letitia Masser maintains that everyone in her community was aware that Jay-Z was her father. According to her own sister, she presented him to their mother. This is similar to Rhee's story. Hid court documents, evaded DNA testing, and disregarded allegations. Additionally, Beyoncé has remained mute despite all of this. Not a single comment regarding these paternity allegations, not a single fact-based defense of her spouse. Only quiet and well-planned public appearances. The worst part is that sometimes silence speaks louder than words. The Carters are more than just a family, let's face it. They are a corporate empire and an industry connected to politicians, multinational corporations, and cultural movements. Should that familial image disintegrate, the brand, the lawsuits, sealed documents, and dismissals all give the impression of desperation rather than innocence. The question that everyone whispers is this one: to what extent is Beyoncé truly knowledgeable? According to insiders, she has always been aware of Rhee. Some claim that she made a silent bargain with Jay-Z before she even said, "I do." He shields her reputation. She protects his history. When combined, they preserve the appearance of unstoppable might. Consider Beyoncé's poise in the face of public admissions, infidelity scandals, and the elevator fiasco. She has never flinched, broken, or allowed her mask to fall off. That's strategy, not just strength. Even if her presentation is as polished as her records, Rhee's most recent assertion puts her squarely in the forefront. Because if Jay-Z isn't the father of those kids, then who is? Internet detectives analyze previous timelines, lyrics, and images. They even match the features of the Carter kids to guys who were allegedly connected to Beyoncé. All of a sudden, Renaissance and Lemonade are more than just works of art. They appear to be codes concealed in plain sight confessionals. Did Beyoncé use these albums as a means of subtly suggesting that our preconceived notions were never accurate? Here, the stakes are high. Blue Ivy is more than a kid. She is a brand. She has received accolades, made appearances in music videos, and been heralded as the future of the Carter dynasty. Even though they are younger, Sir and Rumi are already part of that heritage. They are more than children. They are a component of an imaging machine worth billions of dollars that sells the Carters a royalty in the modern era. Therefore, it's more than just a family scandal if the bloodline is questioned. Everything from endorsement agreements to political alliances could be appended by this catastrophe. Every picture and every meticulously planned family occasion could appear to be a dishonest marketing gimmick. The timing is also unsettling. Beyoncé remains silent as Ramir presses his legal documents. No explanations, no denials, just the pictures she wants us to see. At this point, silence seems to be a response in and of itself. Is she defending a reality too risky to share, or is she refusing to elevate the allegations? Then there's the specter of Aaliyah, whose name still chills the music business. Prior to Beyoncé's Aaliyah, who was proclaimed queen, was the emerging celebrity and was closely related to Jay-Z and Damon Dash. Despite rumors that Jay-Z courted her, Dash ended up becoming her partner. After Aaliyah's untimely death in 2001, Beyoncé's career took off. Beyoncé was supposed to fill the void created by her death, according to conspiracy theories. It is further twisted by some of the less savory parts of the internet. Not only was her accident tragic, but it also came at a time that paved the way for Beyoncé's rise to fame. Is it crazy? Indeed, it is not possible. Perhaps, however, those notions seem less like gibberish and more like smoke leading to fire. In the context of today's storm. And it's not just Letitia or Ree, many others have come forward throughout the years to say that Jay-Z is their father. They paint the same thing one after the other. Image. Ignored, kindly avoid DNA testing, and legal documents are ignored. These people aren't just strangers. These individuals claim to have grown up in well-known villages. The sister of one woman even acknowledged that she introduced Jay-Z to her mother, describing the late-night get-togethers, the drinks, and the giggles. It's a memory, not just a hearsay. And that brings us full circle to Beyoncé, who is now more than simply a victim of Jay-Z's secrets. She is one of the co-creators of the quiet. She sells the image of strength, produces anthems of empowerment, and grins for the cameras. However, she is equally committed to the delusion as Jay-Z is if she is aware of the truth regarding the paternity of her children and chooses to keep it a secret. According to some insiders, Beyoncé even has leverage because she is aware of Jay-Z's skeletons that guarantee he won't betray her. It isn't a love story if that is the case. The game is chess. A marriage based on mutual blackmail masquerading as devotion rather than trust. Additionally, Ree bears the human cost of this story as everyone else rumors about the Carter's empire. This battle has consumed his life for more than a decade. Courtrooms, filings, rejections, and mockery. With resources that rival whole legal companies, he has faced up against one of the most influential men in music. He is seen by the press as an opportunist. Jay-Z is viewed as a harasser by his squad. But what do you see when you take the headlines off? One unsolved question is, being pursued by a man, my father is who? Additionally, that toll is cruel. Whenever he moves forward, he is made fun of, branded as a liar and accused of seeking influence. Imagine keeping in your heart the words your mother swore to. Her affidavit claiming that Jay-Z is your father was repeatedly rejected. It erodes your sense of self. Despite everything, Ree doesn't give up. He's not requesting Jay-Z's wealth or a piece of the business. He wants to know that the struggle that has shaped his life wasn't in vain and that he is being acknowledged. His narrative is so eerie because of his tenacity and reluctance to give up even when others scoff. Because Ramir isn't just battling a man anymore. He is battling power, influence, quiet, and an empire. He is currently 30 years old, and this conflict has consumed his whole adult life. Bringing lawsuits as a teenager, his 20s were seeking approval, and his 30s were still caught up in the same conflict. In the struggle for truth, how much of himself has he lost? How much longer can he take it? The terrifying portion comes next. Imagine the moment when a DNA test is conducted. If it proves what he has been saying all along, just think of the headlines. That his father is Jay-Z. For the Carters, even worse. If it turns out that Sir and Rumi aren't actually Jay-Z's, then Blue Ivy isn't. It would be more than simply a scandal. That would break the record. All of their speeches, lyrics, and endorsement deals that were based on their family's reputation would appear to be fake all of a sudden. The reason the Carter Empire wouldn't fall apart was adversaries or rivals. The weight of the truth would cause it to crumble. And that would be one of the worst insults in the history of entertainment, my friends. Rhee's struggle for identification isn't the only aspect of this. It concerns the unraveling of a story that the world has been following for 20 years. And we are left with one unanswered question. How far will Jay-Z and Beyoncé go to preserve their secrets if they are this significant? Could we be on the verge of witnessing the collapse of an empire founded on illusion rather than love? This narrative is just going to get darker, so please, share your thoughts in the comments section. Until the next time, keep an eye out, keep asking questions, and keep in mind that sometimes the truth that is hidden from view is the one that transforms.